This was Sophie's story of sexual harassment in Brussels, a daily document of unwanted attention.
On va boire un verre ensemble ou quoi? Non, merci. Chez moi à la maison, bien sûr, pas dans un café. L'hôtel, le lit, tu connais direct.
Vous comprenez pas? Je veux pas.
Catcalling.
Alors, petit fais
And offensive sexist language. That was 5 years ago now, but Sophie remembers it like yesterday.
It made me feel really frustrated, you know, like I was coming home and I was slamming the door like, leave me alone. I remember to not feel at home in my own city, in my own street.
She told me the problem was so rife, it was normalised.
If you talk about it with your friends, they even give you the feeling like it's just the way it is. You can take another route, you can dress in a different way, you can not go out after a certain hour, you can do all these things, but you have to accept it.
But you didn't want to accept it?
No. I felt like, what? But why? Why should I have to change?
As part of the documentary, Sophie confronted some of the men, including this group who told her she should be grateful they're paying her attention. Scenes like that in the film caused such a shock that politicians took notice and passed a law to make sexual harassment on the street in Belgium a criminal offence, legally described as words or gestures that express contempt on the basis of someone's gender. Local authorities here have the power to fine offenders without having to take them through the courts. Here in Brussels, that's between 50 and 125 euros. And politicians say the numbers show they are having some success. In 2015, they handed out 34 fines, and from last year, they're working on 67 different complaints. It doesn't sound like many, but at the Gender Equality Institute, they're not disheartened. The public prosecutor is looking at the first 3 cases serious enough to reach court, which could be punished with a €1,000 fine or even a year in jail.
We are confident that convictions will make a change because they will be highly published. The media is very interested in this societal issue, and so we think that that will be really a way to spread the news about this law.
Back in the area where Sophie lived and filmed, word needs to get out. Did you know the law?
No.
No.
No, I'm surprised.
I had no clue about that law. For me it sounds logical because lots of people do it. I think in Brussels there is still a real big sexism problem, I think.
It's great that it's illegal because it's not acceptable that men act in that manner.
Debate is growing here about how best to police the law, whether undercover officers on the street is the way forward. And other countries will be watching on to see if Belgium has found a solution to a worldwide problem. Tessa Chapman, 5 News, Brussels.